Hi, good morning.
Hi.
My name's Leilani.
Hi Leilani, I'm Logan. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay, so why did you apply for this position here today?
So I applied for this position because I absolutely love helping people. And the way I see it, a sales representative is meant to be helping people solve problems by meeting their needs and wants with what the company has to offer. And I also thought that this would be a good position for me because of my experience with equipment and especially tractors like what you sell here. I've been working in the shops at Cal Poly the past 4 years before I graduated this past year. And so I got a lot of experience working with the different parts of the tractor, understanding the technicalities of it, and also being able to present it to industry and to even people that know nothing about tractors.
Experience is key to success, that is for sure. So now tell me about a time when you persuaded someone to do something.
So the first thing that comes to mind for me was my first year of college when we were working on this group project, and it seems like we had encountered every obstacle imaginable. And none of it was our fault, but it was stuff that we still had to learn to deal with one way or another. And the thing was, my group was getting kind of doubtful and concerned because we were coming up about a week before the project was due. And so, considering that I was the team manager especially, I felt as though it was my responsibility to be able to promote a positive attitude and to keep things going even when it's hard, because what else can we do but have hope that it's all going to work out? And so I would just tell them things like, it's going to be okay, we can get through this, we're going to be a lot stronger than any problem that comes in our way. And in the end, it ended up working out okay, and everything just ended up coming into place days before it was due. And so what I learned from this was the fact that we just need to be able to be resilient and to have that endurance, and then reflect that to my group members and show that this is what real leadership is about, is being able to be there for your team and to be a good role model for them even when it's hard.
Determination and leadership is really key to succeed in business, and that sounds like it's something you have. So now think of a time when you use probing questions to get someone to open up and have a good conversation with you.
So I'd say the first thing that comes to mind for me is also when I was a freshman at Cal Poly, and I had come in as an agribusiness major, and I was considering switching to agriculture systems management. But I still wasn't sure yet. I needed to get more information about both majors. So I started talking to people from both majors and asking them questions about their experiences, what they've learned so far, why they even chose the major. And what I've learned from this is, even though I didn't realize it at the time, I was basically asking probing questions because I wanted to get to know what their experiences were like. Just like how going into the field, I'll be able to ask farmers or whoever purchases our equipment what their experiences have been with it so far and whether or not they're satisfied, what could be improved. And I did end up finally making my decision to go into agriculture systems management, but more than that, I was also able to get these skills that could later be applied for my role as a sales representative.
Definitely, it sounds the experiences you've had there are definitely ones you'll have working as a sales rep here. I definitely feel that since you've had those experiences already, that will definitely be key to succeeding. Because without those experiences, one cannot simply handle these interactions with people. So how do you organize and prioritize your work activities for the day, week, and month?
So for the activities that I get done each day, before I go to sleep at night, I write out a list of everything that I need to accomplish the next day, or things that even carry out to a week. And I just make sure that I have that list with me all day the next day, so then I can see what needs to get done. And I put the things that require the most energy at the top of the list because I know that I have the most energy in the morning, so I get those things done first. And then just the self-awareness and knowing that I'll most likely be able to accomplish more in the morning as opposed to the evening. And then for things that carry over to a month, I usually use a small planner. And then I just write down what I want to get done each day. prioritizing things that, of course, are needing to get done quicker, and things that require more time, maybe even editing. And so I make sure to get those things done and out of the way. And then one thing I've noticed is that for those longer month-long things or things that require, say, more than 1 month, those things tend to be something that I'll jump into with a lot of energy and enthusiasm, and I'll get, say, 3/4 of the project done, and then it seems like it takes forever for me to get the last quarter of it done.
Yeah, for sure.
And so what I've done about that, though, to fix that, I have been making it a point to only allow 2 to 3 days in between once I start something and once I finish it.
Okay.
And I've noticed that it has been working very well for me, and I have been able to get things done a lot quicker in general, because even when I'm going back to get that last quarter of something done, I'm able to recall all the ideas that I had like 2 days ago as opposed to, say, a week ago. And so I figure I could use that in my sales position as well, because just staying on top of it and being able to know what my goals are and what needs to be accomplished each day is so important for a position like this.
Well, it sounds like you keep your life very organized, and that's another very important skill to have when working out in the field. So now I want to ask you, when were you most satisfied with what you were doing?
I was definitely very satisfied when I got to make a parade float for my local fair back home. And this was a great opportunity because not only was I able to fill a leadership position and be able to be there for my team, offer advice and encouragement as we were working to get this float prepared for the parade, but also just being able to picture something and then to see it in reality, and to just have that design come out so perfectly, even better than I had planned for it to be, and then just to see the smiles on everyone's faces at the parade, especially the kids, because it was a summer theme, and we had bubbles, and they absolutely loved it. So that was very satisfying, because I got to see so many smiling faces.
I can definitely see what you're doing there, because when I make other people happy too, I also get the same, really happy feeling inside of me. I can definitely say that. But however, things don't always go as planned. So, like, when was there a time when you were least satisfied with what you were doing?
I would say I was least satisfied with what I was doing when I was working on a paired debate. And my partner would not complete his share of the work, and he wouldn't show up to class, he wouldn't respond to my emails. And so I became frustrated because I was doing all of the work and writing our entire script and getting everything prepared without him doing much of anything or anything at all. And then the situation turned around, though, when we had come in for the day of the debate, and I noticed that my partner wasn't even in the room.
No.
But this gave me the opportunity to show that I could be independent and that I could still hold my own and even win a paired debate without having my partner, even though the other group had both of their members. And so that was very satisfactory in the end, because I was able to show to myself and others that independence could come through and I could use it when necessary.
That's good. Having the ability to overcome challenges, whenever they might be. You never know when something's going to hit you. So that's always a good skill to have, to be able to think to yourself quickly, what do I need to do? So that's all I have for questions. That's all I have for questions, but do you have any questions to ask me?
Yeah, so based on what I've told you about what I can contribute to Maverick Farm Machinery, do you think I'd be a good fit for the position?
After hearing, yes, I honestly think you have all the experience needed. You've communicated with all sorts of people. You've encountered the challenges you may encounter out in the field. I just feel like you have the necessary experience to be able to handle your stuff out here. So, yes, I believe so.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, and I look forward to working with Maverick Farm Machinery.
Nice to meet you, Leilani. We're excited to have you on board.
Thank you.